Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. I haven't made a tower video in months. I honestly don't remember the last time I made one, but especially with these Isis coin farming missions out right now, we have currently part 2 going on for at least a few more days. I just wanted to share with you guys what I do to farm coins efficiently and to burn out my stamina and just to get it all done, because I never sit at 50 stamina like this unless I'm doing something specific. I always try and use it all up and then let it rebuild over time and then use it all again. But since I'm kind of low on potions right now and I do want these missions done, I figured I would share with you guys. So floor 55 is the highest stage we have. It doesn't go any higher. We haven't had a tower update since like March, February, somewhere around there. It's been a hot minute. But the higher you go, the more stamina it takes per little tile. So at, I think, floor 35 and above, don't quote me on that, it takes 3 stamina per tile. And since the mission is just use stamina, this means you can do it much more quickly by just doing a few tiles here. And what we found is that these first 2 fights on floor 55 takes 6 stamina, but they're 2 red fights, and they're relatively easy, quote unquote. Relatively easy. You have to, 1, be able to get to floor 55, and 2, run a team that's moderately similar to mine. But it's very easy, it's very simple, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and you just do it over and over and over and over again. So we're going to show it. I'm using a light magic team, so going with the 50% full buff, light and magic, I'll get rid of that. This leaves me with quite a few characters to use, because light is the meta with the most amount of units, period. There are so many more light units because we got, free to play Yom, free to play Soka, free to play Murin, 4-star Milim, this OG Shuna, Leon and Hinata have been in the game forever. You're a 4-star. If you don't have a light magic team, you can use a light physical team if you want. So we do this, and we do, not that, but we do that instead. And we have, Yom, Ramris, Darkness, Shinsha, Shion and Reamer, who have been on many, well, you've been on too many fucking banners. I don't want to talk about it. There are a lot of light units. The options are open, and this whole concept of what I'm about to do revolves around orb stealing. So, if you have Daggerel and you want a light physical team, you can use Daggerel. May take a little bit more RNG, maybe not quite as fast, because you have to do, a 4-hand of somebody and not a 3-hand, but it still can work. But right now, we're going to go with the magic troop, because Shuna is our DPS, and she's the orb stealer. So, and we have some fairly powerful units that we can put with it. So, this is the team that I typically run just to farm these first 2 stages, and it goes very well. So, 3 stamina right here, skip, and this is the team. We're using Murin, which you don't actually need Murin. Right, we're not fighting anyone with type advantage. That we're going type neutral these 2 fights, and I never actually get to use Murin unless something goes wrong, and I don't kill for some reason. Milim for the attack buff and the light resistance down, which hopefully we can use. You're an orb changer. You're an orb changer. You're another buffer just in case. And then Shuna is the whole linchpin. So if we go in, we're looking for 3 orbs of somebody, anybody, doesn't matter. 3 orbs of someone. That way we can steal with Shuna and make it into a 6-orb send. And therefore we can hopefully get Shuna's ult. Okay, well that's hilarious. So, no, we have 3. No, never mind, I miscounted. So, we have 3 Soka orbs, so bring you out of here. Will we get the ult for this? I don't actually know. We're going to find out though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We do. Perfect. We have 60 points. Also perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And he's already below half health. And this is a 100 Shuna. Like, if you have Shuna, maybe not the gear, but, her performance will not be outside the realm of possibility. So now we have 60 points. We could use her buff, right? A light attack, crit damage, but we don't have anyone to give her crit, because we don't have Murin yet, which is fine, because we have Milim, who's going to 45% attack buffer, and lower Soe's light resistance by 30%. It's not skill fused. The only thing it does during skill fusion is make it an AoE light debuff, which there's only 1 fucking unit, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead and use this. We'll go ahead and send the ult and whatever orbs we have for Shuna, because she's strongest, and then boom. 2 turns. And what do we get out of it? It costs 3 stamina, it took 2 turns, and our rewards are 87 plus 44, so over 120 coins for one stage. That's it. 2 turns. 120 plus coins. And then we'll do it again. And we've used 3 stamina, which, contributes to the Isis missions right now. It's fairly important. And now we go on to the next fight, which is fire, which means that it doesn't matter if you don't have Murin, because we're going type neutral. You can have Shizu, you could have Veldora, you could have somebody. I don't really care. Depending on the protector stats, you may do a slightly less damage, but it is what it is. Again, you have to use what you've got. And now let's check what we get on this hand. Trya is a little bit tankier, because she does raise her defense on turn 2. So sometimes she doesn't die. We do have 3 Shuna orbs, so we're going to steal orbs from herself, essentially. And we will get the ult for this. Will we get the 55 skill points, though? We get 56. Perfect. Alright. So there we go. And she's already, again, at half health. Yeah, almost exactly half health. So there's the defense. The guard rate only cares about the normal orbs that we're going to send. But let's go ahead and use Millum. And then light buff, light resistance down, and then we'll send these 2 Shuna orbs, see if we kill. 35k, and we should be done. There we go. So even if she guarded, we have enough buffs where we can reliably take her out. So another 2 turns, 3 stamina, and another over 120 coins. Alright? That's 240 coins for 2 runs, and it took 2 turns each. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset. There's no point in continuing because all these next fights are blues. Because, well, I can't go any further. Like, I could go this one, I could go another red if I really, really wanted to, but just for ease, we're going to restart. And then, we're going to do the physical team now, because I got time. So, let's do this, and then we'll shoot over to my pre-built light physical team. You could use a dark team if you wanted, because, if you have the new Hinata, if for some reason you summon on her, you could definitely use her to orb steal. But they're the only triple orb stealers right now. So, I don't know how well that would actually work out. But this is my light physical team. Shizu, Rimuru, Shinsha, Shizu, again, Daggerel, and then Xion. Now, my Xion, 1 is skill fused, and 2 is level 120. So, not too many people are going to be able to match that. But, just keep that in mind. Let's just go ahead and equip all, because the tower gear is different than, my normal gear, so fairly strong. Again, we're looking now for 4 orbs of somebody with Daggerel, so this may go a little bit over 2 turns, maybe into 3 or 4, depending if I need to, wait out and get many, many orbs for somebody. Yeah, so we've got another Shizu coming, and I'm just going to send these Rimuru orbs and call it good. Hopefully we get 2 Shizu. Okay, we didn't. We got another Rimuru instead, so funny. It is what it is. Let's just go ahead and bring him in for Shizu. Shizu's here because she's a healer, because I used to do this entire floor and call it good. But we don't really need to do that, right? So we're not going. So we don't really need like a full-powered healer, because we're not going that deep. We're only going 2 fights in, and then we're stopping, and then resetting. So no one on my team is in like danger of dying here. But here we go. So let's use the light buff. Let's use that. Let's use Xion's buff, because now we have Shizu active, because we do start with a lot more protection gauge, because Gazel is here, Rimuru is here giving us protection gauge. So it does help us get our protector easier. But it does, take 1 additional turn, at least here, which we are going to be able to kill now. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, 3 turns. Oh no. Such a tragedy. It's still over 120 coins, though. So, well, okay. Maybe not 120 coins, but you get the idea, right? The light team has a lot of units. They've gotten a lot of help over the past few metas. So if you have any semblance of a light team that could maybe do this, and even if you don't have an orb stealer, if you're fairly competent in your damage, like, again, these are not like boss fights. These are not end of stage fights. These are just normal red enemies. It doesn't take that much to take them out. right? Soe and Traya. Not overly threatening. You could use, if you don't have a light team, you could bring, 2 teams in here, go type advantage against these 2. Totally fine. Okay, well, we can instead do this, and we can bring her in for Rimuru. And then we can just send a full hand of greens instead, and we'll make that work. Which is also why I like this team, because it does have orb coverage. We have an orb stealer, we have a blue orb changer, and we have 2 orange converters. So it does make sense. So like, it's a viable team in most content. Maybe not the supports units, because, in most PvE you'd want the big 3 or something. But especially for tower, like, this works. Okay, well, that doesn't really work out, but oh well. Like, oh, okay, we're down like a third of our health. Does it really matter, though? Like, not really. We could heal. I mean, we will, because it'll just give us an extra stack for Shizu and Xion, but it's not terribly important. So now we have Shizu. She has guard, she has defense, but we have Pierce, and Pierce power at that. And then the light buff, and then we could bring in the Pierce resistance, we could bring in the light resistance down. It's unnecessary to do so. So we're just going to do this, and we're just going to stack a bunch of skills on, get Xion's Pierce power up, and then we're going to kill. And that's going to be the end of it, because this is fairly simple. And now we have Shizu to use here too. And Traya's gone. Traya is dunzos. So this is what I've been doing to get the Isis missions done. It's straightforward and simple in its concept. And it does get me a lot of coins just for, beating each stage and doing it over. Because I haven't even accepted all of the missions that I have. I have like 40 more stamina I need to use, and then I'll be done. But the missions by themselves give you like over 3,000 coins, and I'm currently like sitting at 12k right now. So looking at this, 17 missions, we have a whole bunch of this from the Great Harvest, but yeah, coin all the way down. And then currently I'm sitting on like 12k, 13k now. That's a lot of potions. Look at that. 1,351 potions I can get up to, and that's before I accept the missions. So if you need a decent team, if you can do floor 55, then I recommend you do that. I know a lot of people in my Discord like farming floor 33 because it's much lower. The stamina cost is lower for those people that are worried about that. I believe you're supposed to use earth units, which, the Guy exists, Rimuru exists. We have a lot of, newer earth units. So, and you just kind of go up the side right here, hit a mini boss or switch over. I don't really know what they do, but it's not a lot of stamina. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus, times 2 because it's floor 33. So 22 stamina or something like that. You could very easily do that. But really, guys, you should just farm the floor. The floor that you can reliably beat over and over again. Like, if you can do floor 33, great. If you can go higher than that, but you can't hit 455, then maybe do these 3 right here. If you want to do these 3 and then reset and do it over and over and over again, cool. Just get the missions done, because 1, they help your great sage level, and 2, it's free potions and other stuff. But that's it from me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.